Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Starting lineups. First, for the visiting Pekin Dragons. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 11, Derek Rademacher. At guard, a 6'2" freshman, number 21, Jeremy Crouch. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 23, Joe Brownfield. Forward, a 6'3" junior, number 25, Brandon Dietrich. And at forward, a 6'6" junior, number 32, Todd Peterson. And now the starters for the Moline Maroons. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 11, Cyrus Shelton. At guard, a 6' senior, number 22, Ryan Scannell. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 24, Jay McAdams-Thornton. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 34, Chris Hickey. And at center, a 6'6" senior, number 44, Travis Hoyt. Dragons are coached by Joe Stiller, assisted by Pat Tapmore, Murray Crouch, Ty Goss, Tom Woodmansey, and Jeff Lowry. Maroons are coached by Frank Dexter, assisted by Derek Lindauer, Ryan Diekman, and Dennis Kershieter. Tonight's officials were Todd Hollinger, Mark Yarrow, and Tom Cochran.
Well, good evening and welcome to High School Sports 2000. This is Jim Sainsbury on hand to bring you the championship game between the Pekin Dragons and the Moline Maroons. We get set to go here for the tip-off. Glad to have you with us here on AT&T Cable Channel 73, and looking forward to an exciting championship game between these two teams. The Maroons are undefeated. I think Pekin is as well. The tip comes out and it's going to go to Scannell. Scannell over immediately to Hickey, and that'll be taken by Shelton. He misses it, and Pekin will bring the ball down. Brownfield with the ball over to Peterson. Pearson to the other side. First shot of the game for the Pekin Dragons, and it'll be good by Rademacher, Derek Rademacher, 6'1" sophomore guard. So the Pekin Dragons take the first score, or draw first blood here in the game, as it comes down to McAdam-Thornton, and he'll put it up and in. So Jay McAdam-Thornton with his first bucket, 6'3", 190 junior. Todd Peterson over to Rademacher. He'll throw it down court, and it'll come in to Dietrich. Back out to Peterson. And let's see who it gets to. Peterson again with the ball over to Dietrich. Comes back to Crouch. Crouch over to Dietrich. And he'll try to drive it inside and short by Dietrich. But gets the rebound and back up again. A nice three-pointer. Oh, good field. Brownfield, Joe Brownfield with his first bucket, 6'1" junior guard. So they take an early 5-0 lead, or 6-0 lead it looks like, over the Maroons. So the Maroons got their hands full here in this championship game as they work it around. Comes down to Hickey. He gives it over to Scannell. Scannell up with about a 12-footer, and that's good. They draw the first points of the game. Or check that, that'd be the second point, so it's 6-4. And this could be a wild one by the time this one is all said and done. As they work the ball around, very active. Peterson up on another three-point shot. Oh, they're going to have to get on Joe Brownfield with his second three of the game already. And he can put them through from out there. So 9-4 now as they take a 5-point lead. Comes down over the Chris Hickey with the ball as he looks around trying to find someone open. He'll work it around a little bit. Gets it inside to McAdams Thornton. A nice easy layup for Jay McAdams Thornton. Well, close the gap to within 3. As Crouch brings it down, he throws it over to Brownfield. Brownfield tries to get it inside to Crouch, but he is fouled. And it looks like Travis Hoyt with his first foul of the evening going to pick that one up. And they get the ball in, get it back to Rademacher. Rademacher gets it inside to Peterson, and it's taken away there, but stripped again by Dietrich. And ball goes out, and it'll remain on the Dragons side. Well, coaches are Joe Stoner, head coach for them, and Frank Dexter for the Maroons. As they work the ball around once again, Rademacher tries to go inside, shifts it out to big number 32, Todd Peterson, 6'6". He tries about a 21-footer, but it's off the rim and it comes down into the hands of Shelton. Shelton will move it around, and he moves it over to Hickey. Hickey looks back, cross-court pass, kind of a dangerous move, but makes it Scannell with about an 18-footer. Misses it, follows up his miss with about a 10-footer, puts it in. So Ryan Scannell, 6 foot, 150-pound senior with his first two at the 4:41 mark of the first quarter. Well, Crouch, very active along with Brownfield, and they got to watch him. They can't give him any opening at all, as he's already proven he's gotten 2 threes down already. He looks for another one, but he's covered very well there by Scannell, and the ball goes out of bounds, remains in the hands of the Dragons, however. Bringing it in is going to be Todd Peterson as he gets it in. And it comes down inside to Peterson. Peterson works it down the baseline, but he walks with the ball. Turnover goes back to the Maroons. Scannell gets it down to Shelton. Shelton back over to Hickey. And these three have played together a long time. They really know each other. Hickey with the ball now as he gives it back to Shelton. Back over to Hickey. He tries to get it inside of the big guy, and Hoyt's going to miss it from about 8 feet. And poked away from McAdams Thornton, and he'll be hacked right there as he goes in for the layup by Rademacher with nowhere else to go. So Jay McAdams Thornton will go to the line, the 6'3", 190-pound junior. Pretty fast pace so far here in this championship game between Moline High School and Pekin High School, as both teams are fired up for this one. McAdams Thornton's first shot is good, and that cuts the deficit. Well, let's see, it'll be a tie game. And the second one is up and in, so Jay McAdams makes both of them. And again, he tries for the steal, but this time they get it by him. Up quickly is the Dragons. Brownfield with the ball over to Peterson, and driving with the ball is Brownfield, but it's no good. as McAdam Thornton recovers it. He brings it down to Scannell. Scannell up with the ball, up and in. So Ryan Scannell looks like his first points of the evening with a nice little 8-footer. Well, Rademacher sets it off to Crouch. Crouch with a try, and that's in and out. Quickly up front to 34. Hickey up with the ball. It's in and out. He punches it back out to McAdam Thornton. McAdam Thornton with about a 10-footer. It's in. And the crowd goes nuts as McAdam Thornton makes that one. They increase their lead 14-9 over the Pekin Dragons. A timeout. We'll take a timeout as well.
Hit for Pekin, number 50, Matt Hagan.
As 50, Matt Hagan comes in, 6'8" freshman. So we'll keep an eye on him throughout the evening. And that ball is missed by Peterson, comes down. And it'll be Hickey with the ball back out to McAdam Thornton. He's been a spark plug so far, drives inside, and looks like a hand got on him. And another foul by the Dragons. A pushing foul that time. And that's Rademacher's second foul. And I think they can ill afford to lose him, so he'll have to be a little bit careful. As the inbound pass comes into Shelton. Shelton over Scannell. Scannell drives in deep, shifts it over to Hickey. Hickey drives in, punches it out back to Hoyt. Hoyt to Scannell. Scannell up with the ball. He's in. So 2 more for Ryan Scannell. 16-9 now as they've opened it up to a 7-point lead. That being the Maroons. As they shift around, Crouch looking for an opening. He gives it back to Brownfield. Brownfield up to Rademacher. Rademacher, Brownfield back to, or check that, that was Crouch back to Brownfield. Now it's Peterson and slapped away, and Scannell will get the pick as he gets back to the timeline, and McAdam Thornton looks for the shot, throws it inside to Hoyt, and no good there, but still it's Hickey with the ball as it's bounced back into the far court. Shelton now with the ball. He's setting up a play. He looks at McAdam Thornton was open for a second. He kind of opened him up and kind of an awkward shot by Shelton, missed, but he'll come down with it, back up again. That's going to be a foul, I think, on Cyrus Shelton as he got up over the back of one of the Pekin Dragons. So back over, it's going to go to the Dragons. So Cyrus Shelton with his first foul. And Rademacher throws it over to Peterson. Peterson over to Brownfield. And a big 3 coming at you by Rademacher, but it's missed and rebounded by Hickey. Quickly up court, Scannell with the ball to Hoyt. Hoyt back out to McAdam Thornton. Thornton drives, throws it out to Hickey. And Hickey kind of slows it down just a little bit. Gives it back over to Shelton. Shelton looks into Hickey. Hickey with a nice turnaround, and he'll make it from about 8 feet. So far things are cooking pretty good with this very potent Moline Maroons team, highly touted as one of the best in all the land. Well, let's say Illinois for sure. And they're certainly proving it here. The 6'8" freshman as he comes inside with a nice give and go from the freshman Matt Hagan to Rademacher as he makes a nice little easy layup. Well, Scannell trying to get over the timeline, and it's going to be picked off there by Rademacher, up and in. So a quick 4 points with 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's been fast-paced, 18-13 in favor of the Maroons. Times waits, Scannell up with a 3-pointer, and he's fouled, and oh boy, a criminal crime there. The big CC, the criminal crime, I guess I could call it, is you should never ever foul anybody at the three-point land. So he'll have 3 points to put that in. Rademacher with his third foul. And they're going to have to sit him down, and boy, they can ill afford to lose him. He's a good one. So Ryan Scannell will get, well, they're saying 2. I thought he was in the three-point land. Misses the first one. And so he'll get one more. Well, they're saying 2 now. So apparently he was on the three-point land. You'll get 3 shots. If you foul beyond the circle there, you get, that's a three-point land, and that's a 3-shot foul. So he makes the second of 3. And we only have 4 seconds left here in this first quarter. It's been fast-paced and furious, and it's been a good one. Ryan Scannell, a 6 foot, 150-pound senior. And he'll make 2 out of 3. And as soon as the ball comes in, there's 3 seconds left. It goes over to Peterson. Tries it from long distance, but not good. That'll be it for the first quarter. The lead is 20-13, and we'll be back after this. As we get set to go here for the start of the second period, with the Dragons getting the possession. Brownfield, and that's going to be, looks like kicked out. It'll go, well, actually going to be a turnover on the Dragons. It'll go back to the Maroons. Scannell will bring it out. He'll give it off to Shelton. Shelton back to Scannell as he brings it up slowly up the court. No pressure at all. He gives it over to Hickey. And Hickey says, let's call this play here, and now they go into action as Shelton gets the ball up into over to Hickey again, and checked away there by Brownfield. It still remain Moline Maroons ball. He gives the one sign for the inbound play, and it comes out to Shelton. Shelton with a big drive, breaks it out to McAdams Thornton with about a 15-footer, and oh, so nice and soft touch. But it's going to be Hickey with the rebound up and out from 10 feet. And that'll be rebounded by Peterson. And he gets it down court. So we'll try it all over again for those guys. Crouch with the ball. And blocked there as Brownfield tries for the ball, but a nice breakaway. But, oh, a good defensive move there by Peterson as he intercepts the pass. And back over again to the Dragons as a 6'8" freshman gets his pocket picked by McAdams Thornton. And I think the coaches thought that might have been a foul, but I think it was pretty clean there as he kind of reached in, McAdams Thornton, and got the ball. Scannell gets the ball, got a nice easy shot inside. Ooh, and oh boy, I don't know if it was all ball or not, but it's going to be a foul nonetheless on Brownfield as Shelton will go to the line. So that's Brownfield's first foul of the game, and the first one kind of off the edge for Shelton, so he'll get another one. So Hickey will come out for a breather. And David Burke will come in. And so misses both of those, the front end and the bottom end of that one. And up for a three-pointer, well, in and out was Crouch. Rebounded by the Maroons. They bring it up very quickly. Shelton with the ball. He gives it over to McAdams Thornton. Back to Shelton. And Shelton kind of tries to get everybody set up to McAdams Thornton. He looks inside to Hoyt. Hoyt's covered, so McAdams Thornton starts to move around inside now to inside again, and blocked there. Shelton tried to get it up, but looks like Brownfield with a block, so a pretty active player inside as well. Oh, I think there was a walk there, and he got away with it. Matt Hagan, the 6'8" freshman, he takes about a 15-footer, and that's not going to be any good. Goes out of bounds over to the Maroons. 5:50 left in the first half. with the Maroons leading at 20-13 over the Pekin Dragons. Shelton will bring the ball into Scannell as Scannell slowly brings it up court. Gets by that timeline. You have 10 seconds to get it over across. He calls play number 4. Let's see what happens here. And he'll try a three-pointer just in and out. And rebounded by the Dragons, but they're going to throw it away. I don't know if it was touched or not. But I don't think that he touched it. I think by the reaction of Todd Peterson, by the Dragons there, and they're going to reverse the call as Todd Peterson, I don't think even got his hand on it. And so it will come down to the Dragons. Good to see the officials huddle and get together and say, no, I don't think I quite saw that the way I thought I should have. As a knife move there by Peterson as he is hacked going in. And that's going to be a foul on Travis Hoyt. That should be his second. I guess that's his first foul. And so I missed a foul somewhere on somebody. Peterson with 2 shots makes the first one. 6'6" junior guard forward. So just amazing how the young men today have grown into a 6'6", and they can still be a guard. Of course, we have 6'8" guards in the NBA, but to see it in high school is quite phenomenal. And that one's good as well. They cut the lead down to 5 points as it's 20-15 now with Scannell bringing the ball up into the forecourt. Over to Hickey, down to McAdams Thornton. And he'll pass it inside, but probably not the best place to go, but he kicks it out to Scannell. Scannell looking inside. He kicks it out to Hickey. Hickey with a 3-point try, and it is good. So Chris Hickey, the 6'3", 190-pound senior with a nice 3-pointer. Well, Peterson again gives it over to Hagan. Hagan over to Brownfield. Brownfield inside to Hagan. Hagan with a little hook shot, but it's no good. Caught down by Scannell. Scannell brings it up court and gets it off to Hickey as he's been very, very active. Now it's to Travis Hoyt. Way over a skip pass over to Scannell. Scannell with a 3-point try, no good. Give it out to McAdams Thornton. He'll try it again, and that one's no good. Tries to follow up his own shot, but he's going to get into the back of Dietrich, and he'll pick up maybe not a cheap foul. I think he was just going pretty hard for that ball. And it's only 4 team fouls on the Maroons, so a well-played game so far, as neither side has put up many turnovers nor fouls. So very, very well-coached teams. And there was some pushing and banging going on there, and I'm not exactly sure what they called. And I think Jay McAdams Thornton looks like he picked up his second foul for pushing. Shelton will come in. McAdams Thornton will take a breather, picking up his second foul within about 30 seconds. And just to settle him down, I think, oh, nice hook shot by the freshman, 6'8" freshman center, Matt Hagan. Can you imagine what he's going to be like in 3 more years? Wow. Well, Scannell gets it over the timeline, and he'll shuffle it off to David Burke. Into Hoyt. Hoyt kind of loops around Hagan, gives it off to Shelton. Shelton gives it to Hickey. Hickey will try the 3-pointer again, and it's in. Boy, has he got a hot hand right now. I'll tell you what, Chris Hickey with another 3, his second one of the game. 3:35 to go in this first half, as Peterson tries another 3-pointer as well, and he'll hit one. So trade off of 3-pointers, and that's the beauty of high school sports, is that it doesn't matter what size they are, they can hit them from anywhere. Scannell with the ball, and he's being hounded by Crouch. He'll give it off to Hoyt. Hoyt might have taken a few more steps than he thought, and that'll go off back to the Dragons as the Maroons commit a turnover. Peterson will take it over out of bounds. He'll give it out to Brownfield. Brownfield brings it down court, and he'll be picked up by Cyrus Shelton. Gets it down into the corner for Crouch, back out, and it's going to be picked by Hickey. And ooh, I thought there was going to be a slammer jammer, but he just lays her up kind of nicely for 2. as Brownfield gets it over to, looks like Dietrich, and saved and then not saved by Hoyt. Nice try by the big man, Travis Hoyt, as he tried to keep it in bounds, but just got it on the line, so it goes back to the Dragons. Side out over there on the far side. Or the far court, we should say. And it'll be taken out by Peterson, gets it into Crouch, and that's knocked away. It'll remain with the Dragons. Pearson again looking for the open man. He's had a tough time getting it in here on this, but he does get it in now to Brownfield. Brownfield with Shelton all over him as he can really hit him from outside. He gets it inside to 21, and that is Crouch, and Crouch with a nice easy layup. As the score now is 28-22 as they battle back to within 6 points at the 2:28 mark of the second period. Oh, nice pretty move there by Shelton, but it's in and out. Comes down into the hands of Brownfield. Brownfield again up court, gives it out to Peterson, but in through his hands, but luckily there was Crouch to get the ball. Back over to Brownfield as he drives in low, and he's going to get it. The point shot counts, and he'll go to the line. Scannell with a foul as Brownfield goes to the line. And that is Shelton's second foul. And the bonus doesn't go in, but the 6'8" big guy gets it, Hagen. And he misses, but coming to the line with Peterson, and he'll put it up and he'll put it in and gets the foul. And it looks like Travis Hoyt picked up his second foul of the first half. That indeed was his second foul, so 7 fouls so far on the Maroon side, and 3 points there for the big man, Todd Peterson. 1:57 left here in this first half. It's been fast and furious, and that big lead that they once had has been cut down to 1 point as the Dragons have really battled back. Hickey throws it over to, well, back out to Hickey as he looks for that three-pointer, and he'll pass it back to Burke. Burke over to Shelton as he drives in low, but too hard. Goes up and over the rim, and now the Dragons can take the lead here, and he'll walk with the ball, 21 being Crouch, as the pass wasn't very clean, and he really didn't have anywhere to go. So it's a turnover, and kind of a costly one here at the 1:28 mark, just when they had things kind of going their way with the score 28-27. Kind of a low-scoring first half, but it's been a good one. Hickey will inbound it, and he gets it out to Scannell, and now they'll set up for Hope. Well, they will have to take a little time off. Goes over to Shelton, and he's being hounded by Brownfield. He'll get over to Scannell. Scannell kicks it out to Hickey. Hickey with a three-point try. It's good. Chris Hickey with another three-pointer. 31-27 now for the Maroons as Peterson gives it over to Hagen. Hagen back to Peterson, over to Brownfield. And he'll throw it back over to Crouch. Crouch with a round the back dribble. Looks for an open man. It's going to be Brownfield. Brownfield now out on the side here, and he'll give it inside to Dietrich. Dietrich to Brownfield. Brownfield drives inside, ball's up, and it is good. So Brownfield, one of their top scorers, and he's certainly doing a good job as he gets 2 more with 35 seconds left here in the first half. 31-29 now with the Maroons leading it. I think they'll go for the last shot as Shelton gives it off to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Scannell as they're deep on the high post. Looking for Hickey out deep, and he's had the hot hand for the three. Here it comes. Oh, in and out. I thought it was for sure there by my estimation up here, but just in and out as Burke tried to get a steal, couldn't get it done. And there's 8 seconds left as Brownfield brings it up over the timeline, and let's see if he'll go for the last shot himself. He throws it off to, it'll be good if it counts, but it isn't for Jeremy Crouch. So at the end of the first half, it's the Moline Maroons 31, the Pekin Dragons 29, and we'll be back after this. As we get set to go for the start of the second period, Horio inbounded to Shelton. And he'll bring it over to Scannell. Scannell down to Hickey. He looks inside for the big guy, but he'll take it in himself. Drives in, up and in. So the first two go to Chris Hickey as a nice drive and extends the lead to 33-29. Rademacher kind of walks with the ball, be turned over to the Maroons. First turnover of the second half goes to against the Dragons. So Scannell bringing the ball down as he kind of checks over the setups of his team and the Dragons, as well as Hickey being hounded by Brownfield. He gives it off to McAdams Thornton. McAdams Thornton will drive down, very nice, easy. Oh, in and out, but picked up by Shelton. Shelton up and in. So the first 4 points of the second half go to the Maroons. And it's over to Brownfield. He can hit him from anywhere, and he'll hit that one. Joe Brownfield, 6'1" junior. And you gotta stay all over him or he's gonna get some serious points. Shelton with the ball now as he calls the play, and he'll work it inside to Hickey. Hickey down on the near side, and there's a push foul. And looks like it's gonna go against Hoyt. And indeed it is his third foul. And he kind of questioned it, but once those officials call it, that's all she wrote. So bringing it up court is Joe Brownfield as he looks over, and he'll pass it off down to Peterson, back out to a long gunner shot, three-point, about 28 feet, I think that one was, by Brownfield. No good. McAdams Thornton looks inside to Scannell. Scannell to Hoyt. Back out to Hickey. Hickey for the three. It's good. Three-pointer by Chris Hickey. 38-31 now. 7-point lead for the Maroons, as they've had a tough contest here with the Pekin Dragons. And bodes well for both teams. They're very well coached. Brownfield over to Hagan. Hagan back out to, it looks like that, well, I couldn't really tell who it was, but it was in and out and no good. And now a foul called. And so it'll be side out. I guess that was Peterson that took that big, long three-pointer. Boy, he was getting them out there from about 24 feet, and that's a long ways away. Well, Brownfield to Peterson. Peterson will put it up, and he'll put it in. So the 6'6" forward, junior forward, as Hickey gets the ball, throws down to McAdams Thornton here on the near side. In the corner, he makes kind of the little move, but back out to Scannell. Scannell inside, now to Shelton. Shelton looks around for an opening, sees on, passes off to Scannell. Scannell bringing it on the baseline, up and no good. Brought down by Hagan. He quickly gets it out to Brownfield. Brownfield down court, and nobody to help him out, so you'll have to hold it up. As it comes inside and try to get it to Hagan, and Hagan will push it out of bounds, so turnover for the Dragons. So Matt Hagan is, remember, a 6'8" freshman, and he's still growing. Well, we're just imagining what he might be like by the time he's a senior. Shelton with the ball, almost loses it, and maybe that was on purpose as Hickey had a wide open shot, but he decides not to take it. Cross court pass to Scannell. Scannell inside to Hoyt. Hoyt working on Hagan, and Hagan puts it up and in, getting it over the youngster for two more. 40-33. Right now, Maroons. Crouch gives it off to Brownfield. Brownfield just at top of the key. No good. McAdams Thornton with the rebound, being hounded, and he's going to be probably a slapping foul by Crouch, it looks like. Well, check that. It's going to be Peterson with a slapping foul called on him. And that's his first foul. Second team foul of the second half for the Dragons. So Hickey will bring the ball in, gives it to Hoyt, back to Hickey, and Hickey looks over the field to Scannell. as Scannell drives in, brings it off to Hickey once again on the outside, and almost out of control, got up in the air, and that's kind of no man's land, but no harm, no foul. Scannell with a nice move, but Hoyt wasn't ready for it, and a turnover by the Maroons. Comes down to Peterson. He'll bring it down, and for a 6'6" guy, he can really work that ball, and I don't think they're used to that. Brownfield over to Hagen. Hagen over to, it looks like now, well, that's number 42, and first time in is Ben Mooney. Peterson with the ball down to Brownfield on the baseline, back out to Peterson. Peterson drives inside about 10-footer, and he'll put her in. So Todd Peterson with 2 more. Brings it to within 5, 40-35 in favor of the Maroons. Gets it inside to McAdams Thornton with a nice bunny shot. Nice pass from Scannell to McAdams Thornton. 42-35. As Peterson brings it up court, and he's listed as a guard forward, and he does bring it up. So this young man can really dribble the ball at 6'6". That's just amazing to me. Crouch gives it off to Brownfield. Brownfield looking for an open man. Kind of fakes that he's going to take it himself. I didn't think he'd do it from out there. Mooney with the ball to Peterson. Peterson back out to Brownfield. Brownfield drives to the left side, gives it up back to Brownfield as it's tipped away, and he'll try it under the hand shot. Oh, one of those miraculous underhanded shot that goes in. Plus, he gets some harm on that one as there is a foul. Well, some substitutions taking place here. As Chris Lagata comes in for the Maroons, his first time in tonight. And it looks like he'll let Travis Hoyt take a rest. 6'6", 200-pound senior, so height-wise the same. As Brownfield on the line to shoot 1. And he makes it, so a 3-point play on that one. Score 42-38 at the 3:01 mark of the third period. Shelton brings it up court. And as soon as they seem like they get about 8-point lead, then they cut it right back down as a nice, pretty shot by Chris Hickey. And quickly up court they come. Dragons don't mess around at all. As Brownfield has the ball, or check that. Crouch had the ball, and nice long short shot by Peterson, but in and out. Rebounded by Peterson, comes inside. That's going to be a charge. And he's got to watch his temper a little bit. They'll call a big T on him. You can't be slapping the floor on that. And I think he thought he got fouled, but no doubt about it in my mind, from up here, he definitely did charge. And the official kind of talks to him a little bit. Settle down, son. He'll be back for some more. Shelton will bring it up court and looks for some of his open friends. And let's see what happens here. He gives it out to Hickey, but it's poked away there by Ben Mooney. And it still remains the Maroons' ball. Hickey will inbound it way down to Scannell. Scannell will bring it up court and start to play. Skip pass it over to Shelton. Shelton with about a 15-footer. It's going to be short and, well, poked away by Hagen, but bringing it down now is Mooney. So Mooney's starting to make some movement here in this second half as he got his shot at coming in and making the most of it. Peterson with a 3-pointer. It's in and out, but brought down by Crouch, and he is fouled inside there. Let's see who this one was on. Looks like Scannell picks up his foul. Oh, check that. Chris Lagata with his first foul. Number 20 it looked like. I thought it said 22. Well, skips it over to Dietrich. Dietrich's up with the ball. Couldn't get it. Shelton comes down with the ball. And quickly up court they come to Hickey. Hickey dribbles it around. They really guarded him a whole lot more than they were the first half. Over into the hands of McAdams Thornton. He gives it to Shelton. Shelton kind of out of control, throws it up, rebounds his own rebound. Oh, but in and out of his hands, and it'll go over to the Dragons. 1:29 left in this third period. It's been fast and furious, and this has been a great game. I hope you're enjoying this one. as we certainly enjoy bringing these games to you. We got a ton of them coming up this season, so hang on. We'll have them on probably 4 nights a week, hopefully at least 3, girls and boys, and we've seen some great teams already as it goes in and out of the hands. And a turnover as Hickey gets it. He brings it up court, behind the back pass, up and in. Ho-ho-ho! A little prime time there for Chris Hickey. So Crouch now with the ball, looks over the field. He'll hand it off or pass it off to Dietrich, makes to Peterson, back over to Crouch. And Crouch looks for Peterson to get open. And he's working on McAdams Thornton, working on him. Now Crouch all by his lonesome in the corner, but he'll miss it. As Hickey comes down with it, he's quickly up court, looking over. Is he going to take the shot from about 10 foot and misses it? And it'll be rebounded by Hagen. He'll give it over to Mooney, and Mooney gives it back to Peterson. So Chris Hickey with maybe could have squared up those shoulders just a little bit more for that shot, and it probably would have gone in, but he'll be back for more. He's a good one. I'm sure that's not going to bother him a bit. McAdams Thornton went for the steal, and there was a lot of bumping and banging there. Nothing happened, and Hagen comes down with it, and he palms the ball. Well, and there's a foul there, and somebody went down hard. And why we figure out that it might be Hagen on the floor, why we find it out, we'll be back.
Number 32, David Burke, playing number 34, Chris Hickey.
Well, with 2.6 seconds left here in the third period, they'll inbound it. And it comes into Hagen. He'll try hard and no good. So at the end of 3, it's the Moline Maroons 46, the Pekin Dragons 38, and we'll be back. Well, we get set for the 4th and final period here. It's been a good one, a barnstormer. As the Maroons take it in, Shelton with the ball. He gives it off to Scannell. Scannell looking around, doesn't see anybody. Over to Hickey at the top of the point. He kind of directs a couple players in, looking for them to make their moves. Scannell back to Scannell, and he'll try to set up the play all over again. Over to Hickey in the far near corner here.
30-second timeout.
And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by the Maroons, and we'll be back. As we're back after the timeout, Scannell takes it in to Lagata. Lagata back to Scannell, and he'll try to set up the play. As we have 7:32 left in this contest, is Hickey for 3, and he'll get her. Another 3-pointer. I think that's the 4th one of the evening for Chris Hickey. And that's an important one as it extends to 11-point lead now for the Maroons here with 7:17 left in the 4th period. Rademacher back into the game. He's been sitting on the bench, or at least he's been so quiet. They haven't called his name very much. And Peterson loses the ball to Lagata. Lagata quickly to McAdams Thornton. He gets over the timeline. He'll drive to the top of the key over to Hickey. Hickey had the wide open shot, but he decides not to take it. He'll give it over to McAdams Thornton. He drives inside. Baseline and in and out. Comes down to Rademacher. Rademacher quickly over to Peterson, and he'll give it to Brownfield. And Brownfield earlier in the contest was hitting those threes from all over the place, as this time was a try from Rademacher, and that was in and out. And so back to the Maroons. Scannell now with the ball and being pressured just a little bit there by Crouch. But a nice 3-point try by Hickey. which is no good. To go back over to the Dragons. 49-38 in favor of the Moline Maroons. There's a three-point try here by Crouch, no good. And he's going to be hacked on the arm by Crouch, that being Shelton. So it'll be a foul on number 21.
Foul number 21, Jeremy Crouch, his first.
And that's his first foul. And so far, nobody into the Super Boners, and only the fourth team foul. So very few fouls on either team. It's been a well played game by both sides. Two very good coaches, as you can certainly tell. As Hickey went in for the drive, McCann Thornton with the rebound, up and in. So Jay McAdams Thornton has had a real good game here this evening. Fine football player, but he elected to pass up the rest of the game and concentrate on basketball, and I can see why. He's a fine player. Hagan with a little nice short half hook, and the freshman puts in his first two, I think, of the game, cutting the lead down to 11, 51-40 in favor of the Maroons. 5:38 left now as Scannell, well, gets it over the timeline, and a timeout called by Coach Frank Dexter, and we'll take a break. As we have 5:34 left here in the fourth period, as it comes to Shelton. He tries to get it inside to McAdams Thornton, and he'll turn around for a 12-footer, in and out. Rebounded by Shelton. They'll start all over again as Scannell drives to the inside. He'll try about an 8-footer, and that rims in and out. Rebounded by Lagata. Lagata up and in from about 6 feet. His first 2 points of the game, Chris Lagata, the 6'6" senior center. Peterson with the ball, and he'll give it over to Brownfield. Brownfield drives inside, back out to Peterson. And again, him and Brownfield playing catch and pass, and Brownfield with a nice move, gets it inside off the backboard, but no good, brought down by Scannell. He gives it up to Shelton as he brings it along the timeline, and he'll throw it over to Burke. As Burke gets in, I didn't see him in. Scannell with about top of the key shot, and he gets her down. Extend the lead 55-40 with 4:34 left here in the fourth period. A 15-point lead, the biggest of the evening by the Maroons, as Pearson tries, well, a downtown shot. He puts her through. Oh my, about a 26-footer, and he gets her down. As a timeout is called, we'll take a timeout as well. We are Family Ties Productions.
Full timeout called by Pekin.
Well, as we get set to go here, 4:21 mark, as McAdams Thornton gives it over to Shelton. A little press going on now, but to get it across the line, as Scannell now at the top of the key, looks to set up the play, backs out again, looks over the field and gets it off to Burke, as Burke gets it back to Scannell. And Scannell again trying to set up a play. Looks at Shelton, says, I'm calling play number 2. Get into position. He comes to the inside, and no works there. Scannell now about 8 foot out from and in and out. And he quickly comes to Rademacher, as he'll try it from about 15. And that one rims out, comes down to Burke. Burke over to Scannell, and I think the coach wants to slow it down just a little bit. As Scannell makes it over the timeline, skips past it over to Shelton. And Shelton back out to McAdams Thornton here at the top of the key. He'll pass it over to Scannell. Scannell to Shelton. And they are really putting it on now as Shelton tries to make a move inside, and he's going to be hacked there. It looks like by Dietrich.
I'll call it Pekin's number 25, Brandon Dietrich.
And that was his first foul of the game. And again, I tell you, just amazing the few fouls that have been called in this game. As Lagata comes out, and he gets a fine hand by the home crowd. In the minutes he's been in there, he's done a great job. Comes out to Hickey. And now Hickey passes out to Scannell. His starting 5 are back in there once again, as Hoyt came into the game also. And Shelton over to McAdams Thornton to Shelton. A nice pick and go, and it's blocked, but looks like he got it on his arm, so Shelton will go to the line. Fouled by Crouch. Or checked at by Brandon Dietrich, picking up his second one in about 30 seconds. So goes the whole game almost without any fouls, and now picks up a quick 2 at the 2:58 mark with the score 55-43. Shelton taking the first of his one-on-one and missed, well, 2 for 2, I guess. And he misses that one badly. That was kind of what you would call the proverbial brick. And that gets a little excitement from the visiting team. And the second one is good. So Brownfield will bring the ball up, and he'll pass it off and back to him again as he works the baseline, in and out, brought down by McAdams Thornton. And McAdams Thornton now looks for his buddy Scannell, and Scannell gets it right back to McAdams Thornton to get it over the baseline, or the timeline, over to Hoyt here in the near court. Back over to Shelton, then it's Hickey, number 34, with it right now as he's double teamed, but he's hacked on the wrist by Jeremy Crouch.
Foul number 21, Jeremy Crouch, his second, Hickey's 17th foul.
And that's a 17th foul on the Pekin, and it'll be 1-on-1 bonus for Chris Hickey, the 6'3", 190-pound senior, and he's had one whale of a game. First shot, oh, rims in and out. 1-on-1 situation, and I think it might have been his first time to the line here this evening. Well, Rademacher with the ball. He'll drive to the baseline, put up about a 6-footer, and he gets up and over Hoyt for 2. So 6'1" Rademacher gets up over the 6'6" Hoyt. Hickey behind the back dribble. Ooh, almost an over and back by Shelton, but they're starting to put the press on now as Hickey is being hounded again, almost over and a back. So they got to be kind of careful when they're out at the point here, not to go over and back. Scannell drives in, but he'll be fouled there by Crouch.
Foul called on Jeremy Crouch, his third.
Kind of a hip foul, I guess I would call it. And it'll be 1-on-1 for the senior guard, Ryan Scannell. And he makes the first one of the 2, or of the 1-on-1, and he'll have another one here. Well, 1:50 left here in this fourth quarter, and finally the Maroons kind of moved away, and that'll give them a pretty good cushion here of 13 with 1:46 left. As Brownfield brings it out, he'll try the three-pointer from just outside the three-point land. Scannell with the ball, he brings it over the timeline, hounded there. He'll give it out to McAdams Thornton. He fakes the three-pointer, comes inside, and he'll give it out to Scannell. Scannell now fouled again, as that's all really Brownfield and the rest of the Dragons can do is foul him as quickly as they can, and that'll put Scannell on the line, shooting 1-and-1.
Foul on Joe Brownfield, his second.
Or check that was Joe Brownfield with the foul. So Ryan Scannell makes the first of his 1-on-1, or the top portion of it. Let's see if he can't get the bottom half. And he does extend the lead to 60-45 with 1:28 left. Well, Brownfield with the ball. He'll try to get it around Shelton. Can't do it. Comes back out again. Thinks better of it. Moves inside again. And up and in. I'll tell you, he is not going to be denied when he goes to that inside. Pretty stout-looking young man. And had a good game. McAdams starting with the ball, but he'll be fouled by Brownfield. So Jay McAdams Thornton will go to the line. And that is Brownfield's third foul, and that's a 10th team foul, so 2 shots. Well, just a little bit short for McAdams Thornton, isn't it? Maybe the legs are just a little bit tired here with the 106 mark as Eric Boster comes in for the Maroons. As Shelton goes out of the games, and he had a good game, Cyrus Shelton. And the second one is not going to be good, but McAdams Thornton rebounds his own missed shot and puts it back up and in. He says, why didn't I do that the first time with the charity stripe? But he got his rebound and put it out. That's hustle on his part. And that's a great sign from any coach's viewpoint. As, oh boy, Brownfield with an out of control. Throw it up from about 15 and put her in. Scannell now being hounded. He'll get it up 2 and beat on is Eric Boster into the game, number 5, and he's fouled by 21, Jeremy Crouch.
Foul on number 25, Brandon Dietrich.
Or check that at Brandon Dietrich with the foul. With 38.4 seconds left here. And what was really an exciting game, and finally the Maroons started to pull away in the 4th period. First shot up and in by Eric Boster, a 5'9", 155-pound senior. And the second one's underway, and in and out comes down to Dietrich. Dietrich quickly up to Peterson. Peterson pretty quiet in the second half. An air ball comes to Scannell, and Scannell gets through that pack of Dragons, comes downfield. Nice slip off back to Dietrich. Dietrich up and in. Oh, beautiful. Dietrich to McAdams Thornton, back to Dietrich with an easy 2. With 18 seconds left in this one, and about an 80-footer, or downtown Moline, I guess you could call it. It was no good by Peterson. And once again, Boster fouled with 11 seconds to go here, 65 to 49. And this one is pretty much all over.
Foul on number 21, Jeremy Crouch, his 4th.
Jeremy Crouch with his 4th foul. But again, a very well played game by both sides. And just a talent, I think, on the Moline side. Kind of pulled away here in the 4th period.
Correction, double point.
David Burke comes in, replacing Chris Hickey. And Chris Hickey had a phenomenal game. Shelton comes back in for Scannell, and Scannell as well, the point guard. He's a good point guard, one of those you just have to have in that backcourt. Boster will try his second shot of 2, and he puts that one up and in, 66 to 49. 10 seconds left here in this one. As Brownfield might try the last one of the game. No, it isn't. Brought down by Burke. And Burke taken away, and it's up and in. But for no Rademacher with the last points. But the final score is going to be the Moline Maroons 66. The Pekin Dragons 51. And we've had ourselves a great time here. A lot of fun this weekend. I hope you enjoyed these games, folks. We'll see you again on Family Ties Productions. I'm Jim Sainsbury. Have a great evening. So long.